Hey guys, Marcinkin here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so I had a couple of people ask me to do this video, so we're going to break it all down here. You guys obviously can tell from the title what the video is going to be about. I know a lot of you guys out there are torn between whether to summon for Super Saiyan 4 Goku or whether to save your stones for heroes. I know some of you people aren't torn at all, right? I know even on my channel where we push the heroes agenda, I know there's a lot of people that don't care about heroes and are probably very excited that Goku is coming first. But this is obviously still going to be useful information for you anyway. So as you can see from the title, what we are going to do is take a look at the Tanabata celebration as it was on JP. Obviously this is going to be called the Thank You Celebration on Global. We've already seen a bit of the marketing, obviously with the announcement that we're getting the free tickets for the Goku banner in the lead up to when the banner comes out on Friday. And so we're going to take a look at the celebration as it was on JP and basically calculate how many free stones we will be getting from this celebration, because then obviously that will give you guys a bit of an idea of how many stones you can get, not only for adding to your total now, but if you did want to summon for Goku like right at the start, because obviously one of the first things that happens in the celebration is his banner coming out. So these stones, we're obviously going to accrue them throughout the course of the whole celebration with all of the content that releases. So it's not like you're going to get all of these stones on day one, but you could obviously top up with these stones ready before the Heroes banner comes out to have extra stones to summon on Heroes. So it just gives people an idea of what to expect. Now, the one thing I will point out straight away is we don't know what the schedule is going to look like in terms of this celebration, because the Tanabata thing, for some reason on the wiki, they show the part 2 stuff at the top. I think that might be because how it appears in the news when it gets updated in game. They don't have like a separate part 2 page. So you can see here, this was the release of LR Omega Shenron. And we got things like a burst mode, the new stage for Omega came out for the Shadow Dragons event. But this all happened, you can see here, Omega came out on the 20th of July. But if we scroll down to where the celebration actually starts, which is here, it started on the 28th of June. So we're going to start from here and go in chronological order. Now what this means is Goku comes out, and then you can see from the dates, Omega Shenron comes out like 20 days later. But the problem is, we know on Global that Goku is coming out on Friday, or at least Friday UK time. I think it's very, very late Thursday evening US time. So that's the 2nd or 3rd, depending on your time zone. So if Sin was going to come out, or sorry, LR Omega and all of that other content was going to come out 20 days later, that is exactly the time when the Heroes stuff is supposed to be coming out. And last year they dropped the Tanabata LR Vegeta and Trunks 6 days, I think, after the Heroes banner, but they're probably not going to drop them all at the same time. So whilst we are going to go through all of the content that is listed here for the Tanabata, we are going to include the Shenron stuff. This stuff might not come out before Heroes. In fact, it might not even come out in December. They might split this and this comes out in December like the LR Zamasu from last year, because this was obviously a Carnival banner. So we had last year for Fusion Zamasu, even though we didn't have a Carnival LR on it at the time, that was a Carnival banner with Carnival coins with double rates. So this Omega Shenron banner could still come out then, which means a lot of this other content that was related to Omega Shenron, like his burst mode and even the new stage for the Shadow Dragon event, this stuff could actually come out a lot later than Goku. That's the only problem with Goku being released now first, is we don't really know what the schedule is going to look like for the rest of the year. So we're going to start from here. We're going to include all of the content, including the Omega stuff, but obviously bear in mind that not all of that stuff is necessarily going to come out before Heroes. It's just what's included in the overall celebration. So we'll have to see how they space that out, how they choose to release all of the stuff, but we're going to go through everything here. Now, login bonus and the special missions, they don't keep a log of this on the wiki, so there will be stones included in here, but those won't be factored into this. So I'll obviously mention it again when we get to the end, but when we get to the total at the very end, we probably are going to be able to factor in easily another like 20 to 30 stones just based on things like the daily login bonus, missions that you complete along the way and that kind of stuff, right? So that is something to bear in mind. Obviously, depending on you yourself, if you have like the daily capsule and all that kind of stuff, that's going to be extra stones, but we won't be including those in here because of course not everybody has those. So starting off, we get a Purunga Dragon Ball campaign. We haven't had one of those on Global for a while. Those get you the wishes for collecting the Dragon Balls, but none of those include stones, so we're not going to cover that here. I'll make a separate video like when this does actually come out, going over how you get all the Dragon Balls and all that good stuff, but they don't give you any stones. Then of course the banner comes out, so quite the opposite, right? You don't get stones, right? You have to use your stones, but that's the first bit of content. And of course we have the Tanabata Festival, which comes out a week after on JP. This usually comes out in December as well, so it's another thing of where changing the order for Goku. Be interesting to see how this affects when this releases. This could still be in December, but again, it's a banner, so no stones from this. Sales, obviously you can get stones from this, but not for free. 77 character selection, you get the free wish strips and you get to pick some free characters, which is cool, but obviously no stones there as well. So the first thing that actually gives stones is the new stage of the Dokkan event. So Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, it's the original Tech Goku Dokkan event. That gets a new stage added. Obviously this is just a very straightforward beat the Dokkan event, get 7 medals by beating the second stage. You get 2 stones by beating the second stage because it automatically completes the first one. So 2 stones for beating the new stage of the Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku Dokkan event. So then we scroll down, we have a category summon for GT Heroes, the keys, obviously this is date related anyway, so Global's going to be getting this before Goku's banner comes out anyway. The Kai banner, then we get a new stage for the support memory boost event, which is the one that obviously lets you level up support memories. That will give us the Goku becomes a kid support memory. Now this is another one where there are 2 stages, so by beating these 2 stages you obviously get 2 stones. And then I believe, is there a mission for it as well? Let's have a look here. Mission, this is going to be stage 3. No, stage 2. Stage 2. There's 5 stones for beating it with Kamehameha categories. I think every single one has a stage which gives you extra stones for beating it with a specific team. So that's another 7 stones in total for doing the support memory stage. Then we get a new stage of Boss Rush. So I think we haven't had a stage of Boss Rush for a while, right? Because we didn't get one during the worldwide celebration. So Boss Rush should be, I think it's number 18. I should have checked which one we're up to now, but regardless, as you can see here, the missions are always the same. So whichever stage of Boss Rush it is that gets added, it must be 18, because according to the wiki, that's the only one that's on JP and not on Global. But the mission you get for beating that one, which it appears to be GT Super Saiyan Vegeta, Kid Gohan, Tech LR Gogeta, STR Super Vegeta, and Int Namek Goku. Beating the mission, you get 35 stones. So that's the first like big chunk. And obviously because it's a new stage and beating a stage for the first time, you get 1 stone. So it'll be 36 stones in total from the boss rush. Then we get a returning Extreme Z areas. These are just returning story events, so no new stages or new stones or anything like that. Then we get a battlefield reset. So we will be getting this with the global version as well, because you can in fact go into your events on your homepage right now. If you click start and bring up the initial menu, you can see in there that battlefield already says underneath that it's going to reset in a couple of days. So we're definitely getting a battlefield reset. Battlefield reset, this one, according to JP, we actually have like the GT babies in the third fight. So this is the first one where we're getting the new Blue Evolution Vegeta boss. So this is pretty cool. So new reset. The good thing about a new reset is you get a stage each time you beat the new enemy for the first time. So 10 stages just from doing that. And then by doing all the missions, by beating all of the stages overall, you get a bunch of extra stones in total. All together added up, clearing a new battlefield for the first time gives you 31 stones. So another decent little chunk there from the new battlefield. This comes out basically the same time as well, right? Like these all released roughly within the same like few days, right? So this is all coming out right at the beginning. Then as we go down here, a couple of days later after Goku, we got the first major EZA of the celebration, and that is going to be the physical Beerus. So physical Beerus, obviously I'll do a team building guide for closer to the date of the event dropping. But 30 stage EZA, get 30 stones for beating each of the stages. Then there are missions that give you 4 stones in total. So 34 stones from the Beerus Extreme Z battle. Then we get, obviously this is when JP also got LR God Goku's EZA, which of course Global already has, so we won't be getting anything to do with that. Then there is a new Infinite Dragon Ball History stage. I believe it is the stage 27 versus GT Baby's Revenge. So typical with a new Battlefield, new Infinite Dragon Ball History stage. There are a bunch of missions for beating all the phases, and then missions for beating it with all of the characters as well. I say all the characters. 2 specific team builds, beating it within 14 turns, and then there's one for obviously just doing all of the stages in general. So this altogether adds up to being 24 stones from the new stage of Infinite Dragon Ball History. Then we get a new stage of Super Battle Road. So new stage of Super Battle Road, obviously for Global, we just finished the set of 61 to 70 that gave us the Vegeta family support memory. So this will be the first stage of the new set, stage 71 World Tournament. Obviously 1 stone for beating it for the first time, and then all of these stages have missions, right? For beating it gives you 5 stones, the Victory's Light, and then the new support memory, which obviously is technically not available on either version yet. So that's 6 stones from the new Super Battle Road stage, which will be World Tournament. They are just releasing these in order now, so even though it's not relevant to any units in the celebration, World Tournament will be the new stage. Then we go down, we get a new stage added to the GT Extreme Z area. So that is going to be the that's Explosive Chain Battle. I do have it here somewhere. Is it? Damn, I thought I'd opened all of these tabs in the right order. Maybe I don't have it open anymore. This new stage is basically just for GT Vegeta. There are 2 stages, so 1 stone each, and then a mission for doing the stage 10 times, which you basically have to do to get all of the medals anyway. So new stage of the Extreme Z area gives 3 stones in total. Then we have, so holiday special missions. I don't know if we'll get these as well. These will include stones. So I didn't include these here because I'm not 100% sure if we will get this. But I believe according to this, it's 21 stones, right? According to the banner. So what I'll do is when I do the total at the end, I'll give a separate one for if we do get the special missions. So we get a new Extreme Super Battle Road stage. So the Extreme Super Battle Road stage will be stage 46, Special Pose. Again, that will be 1 stone for beating the stage and 5 stones for the mission for beating it for the first time. So 6 stones in total for the new stage of Extreme Super Battle Road. So that's all the stuff that is technically in part 1. I guess I can do a separate thing here actually. I added up the total of all the things all together, but if I add up these ones here real quick, we can see what will be the total stones from all of this stuff, which I guess we would essentially refer to as part 1, like everything that should be releasing with Goku, pretty much guaranteed to be releasing before Heroes. So this adds up to 149. Obviously, if those holiday missions come in, that's an extra 21, so that would make that 170. And then, of course, bear in mind, as we said at the very beginning, things like daily logins and all those other missions. So we are getting close to 200 stones just from that first part there. And bear in mind that Goku's banner is obviously going to have discounts and the 3+1 rotation. So almost 200 stones for free just with the content in the first part of the celebration is pretty good. Hey guys, Ningen here. Just wanted to give a quick shout out to my second channel. For those of you guys who have not seen it yet, I do have another channel. It's called Ningen Plays. Over here is where I will be doing all sorts of non-Dokkan related stuff. Because obviously YouTube doesn't like it when you build a channel with one game and then start playing a bunch of other games. So since I enjoy streaming so much, if I'm going to be playing other random games like new releases, DLC, all that kind of stuff, I now have a place where I stream that stuff live. So if you do enjoy hanging out in the normal streams, you like the vibes with the community, do come over and check out the second channel. We're working our way towards 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So hopefully you guys will come and check it out. Obviously, you know, just like the normal streams, we still talk about all sorts of stuff over here. So if you want to drop by and talk about the latest Dokkan news and all that kind of stuff while chilling out and watching me play other games, this is the place you can come and do so. So hopefully I will see you guys there. Go ahead and check it out. I didn't include the Petan battle stones because obviously they're RNG related to how many of the stickers you get. But even if you only get like 1 or 2 of the missions completed, which I think is only for getting like half the stickers in the collection, you still get like 2 or 3 stones out of that as well. So that's a couple of extra ones on top that won't be accounted for. So now if we go all the way back up to the top to look at the stuff that comes out when Omega releases, we have the release of the Carnival Omega. If all this stuff comes out before Heroes as well, that would be great for the extra stones. Not great to have an extra banner, I suppose, but I do honestly feel like Omega's a pretty easy skip, but this will be a bunch more content that's going to come out. So we will get the banner with Omega and STR Carnival Goku featured. I imagine he'll still be featured. Obviously, he returned for Global during the Worldwide celebration, so it wasn't that long ago. But then in terms of the actual content, so the first thing we get is the Shadow Dragon Burst mode. So that is against the second phase, which is the STR Sin. You can see the missions down here, burst mode missions, they're all for stage 2. So if you do all of the burst mode missions, which means getting the 6,000 points, beating it with the 2 specific teams, which is Buu Saga and Mastered Evolution, that gives a total of 9 stones. Not a crazy amount, but you know, some extra stones for free is always good. Then we have the new stage added for the Shadow Dragons event. Obviously, because it's only 1 stage, it's just 1 stone for beating it, and then there is a mission, 5 stones for beating it for the first time, 5 stones for beating it with a full power team, and then 5 stones for beating it with a final trump card team. So that does actually mean 16 stones in total, so that is definitely very good. Then we have the new Extreme Z battle for GT Cell, GT Frieza, and the GT Kid Goku, being a 30 stone stage Easy A, or 30 stage Easy A, 30 stones for beating all the stages, and then there are missions for Easy A-ing each of the 3 characters that give you 1 stone each, so that makes 33 stones in total. Then we have the LR Baby Extreme Z battle, so that is of course an LR Easy A, only 10 stages, but you get 3 stones per stage. And then there's a mission, as I think all the LR Easy A's have this, just for beating stage 7, which gives you 3 stones, so that makes 33 stones in total. And then we have, I think there was one other thing that I had listed here. Did I miss out the Chain Battle versus Baby? Oh, that must have been in the earlier part. I've somehow scrolled down past that. Where's Chain Battle versus Baby? Completely missed that out somehow. Good old Chain Battle, everyone's favourite game mode. How could I miss it? So it was around the time of the Infinite Dragon Ball History and the Extreme Super Battle Road and Super Battle Road stages. Chain Battle versus Baby. So Chain Battle, the missions are always the same, right? For getting a certain amount of points, you get stones. So for Chain Battle, as long as you can get 100 million points, you can get 20 stones from Chain Battle. And then the only other thing I wanted to mention is that Super Saiyan 4 Goku's banner on JP actually got top grossing. Tanabata usually gets top grossing. I'm pretty sure Vegeta and Trunks got top grossing last year for Global as well. So top grossing, we normally match what JP does when they are same time stuff. So I don't know 100%. It could be a different number, but JP got 30 stones for top grossing. So adding those together, I haven't added calculated the part 2 ones separately, but adding all of those together, everything that we discussed from part 1, from the day Goku releases, all the way up until all the stuff including Omega Shenron and the stuff that comes out with his release, that brings us to a total of 290 stones if we're not getting those special holiday missions that had the Gotenks on the banner. If we are getting those and getting the 21 stones from those, that will be 311 stones in total. And then obviously, again, that's without factoring in things like daily login and some of those other missions, which, as we've already said, that could be anywhere between 20 and 30 stones, depending on the missions that they actually give. So we are looking at anywhere around 330 to 350 stones from the Tanabata celebration overall. Obviously, that depends on a few things, like getting the certain scores, beating missions in the events, whether we get 30 stones or more or less for top grossing. But we are looking at pretty much a minimum of 300 stones for free, which basically covers what it costs to do the 3 discounted rotations on the Goku banner. So if you have a certain amount of stones right now and you're thinking about saving all of those for heroes, just bear in mind that if you do all of the content from the Tanabata celebration, you are basically getting the stones that you need to do the discounted multis on Goku's banner. But again, I should stress, just to warn you, this is taking into account all of the Omega Shenron content that might not come out before Heroes. It might not even come out in November. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Does this affect your decision at all? Are you going to be summoning for Goku? I'm obviously very much hoping we can just get a copy of him in the discounted rotations, because I do want to be able to go crazy for Heroes. And remember, of course, Goku's banner will still be there when we see the details of the Heroes cards, so you'll be able to decide if you want to summon a little bit later on, although the 3+1 might be time gated and potentially will run out before we get the Heroes information, so definitely a big decision to be made there. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.